Hey, this is Alex Albrand. Thanks for coming back to my channel. In this video, I want to break down the 3 concepts that have helped me scale my business and just at the end of the day, make business a lot smoother, a lot more efficient. At the end of the day, make more money and have a much better time, because the game of business is already extremely difficult no matter what business you're in, whether it's an online business or an old school traditional type of company. It's still a very difficult game. There's a lot of competition. So there's 3 things that I've learned, because yes, I've had success, but there's also a lot of mistakes that I've made. And so I want to share these 3 concepts that have helped me just scale my business a lot easier, a lot smoother, and at the end of the day, have a much better time in business. So the first concept, and this might be the easiest to implement and probably gonna have the biggest effect on your business, is sell expensive stuff / sell to rich clients. As an example, if you're a realtor, right, you help people buy a house, you help them sell their house, you get your 3% commission on the sale. A transaction, though, is a transaction. A transaction for a $5 million house isn't 10 times harder or 10 times more time or more difficult than a transaction for a $500,000 house. If anything, dealing with the $500,000 house client may be more difficult. They may have all these questions. They may want to see a dozen houses, whereas, someone that has $5 million to spend on a house, they're probably decisive. They probably say, hey, let's look at 3 houses and, we'll pick one. So you can make 10 times the money. For on a $5 million house, you can make $150,000 in commission for doing the same exact work, same transaction as a $500,000 house, and you're making $15,000, which is still a good amount of money, but you can kind of see that for the same amount of time, energy, and focus, you're probably doing, if anything, less work and less hassle for better quality clients. You're making 10 times the amount of money. As a realtor, if you want to make $1 million, let's say you're doing $5 million transactions. If you do 1 per month, that's $150,000 in commission. You do that over 12 months, that's about 12 deals a year, 12 clients a year, not that many. 12 deals, that's probably going to net you about 1.2, maybe even $1.4 million. And that's all pretty much take home. There's not a lot of expenses to it. And so that's what you get with that type of business. But if you sell 12 clients at $500,000, you're not making that much money. Good money, but you're doing the same exact work to make 10 times more. And that's just in real estate. You can do that in my business. If you're a mortgage broker, if you're some type of consultant or coach, it's really just working with, yes, the right type of clients who understand the value that you're delivering. They want to work with someone like you. They're serious. They're willing to pay for what you're delivering. But at the same time, you're selling things that are just expensive, because it's all numbers, right? If you have a 50% profit margin and you sell things for $5,000, it's like, okay, you're making $2,500 per sale. And if you want to make $100,000 a month, you are making about 50 sales or so, 40 or 50 sales. Or if you sell something that's $20,000, you profit $10,000 per sale, you make 10 sales, you make the same amount of money. And every business, even if you're dealing with people that maybe don't have $5 million, no matter what you're selling, there's always a way to structure your offer, your services to, yes, maybe you do have a service that's scalable, that reaches a lot of people who maybe don't have a lot of money, but you also want that premium service that can help clients that have a direct need, they have the money, and maybe they're willing to pay a lot more for your time. So step number 1, sell expensive stuff, work with high-end clientele who understand the value of what you're serving them with, understand the value of your service, and are willing to pay that price. That is going to be the easiest thing to implement in your business. It's going to have the biggest effect on your time freedom, your revenue growth, and overall, if you just do that, you're good to go. But these other 2 steps, they're going to help you as well. The second concept is to think differently from your competition, right? If everybody in your industry is using Facebook ads to get customers, everybody, you can look at them and say, hey, I like what they're doing with this, but let me see if I can use cold email, or I can use YouTube or direct marketing, direct mail to get clients. So a lot of people think, okay, well, if everybody's doing that, then it must be working. Partly true. But at the same time, if they're all doing it, now you just blend in with the crowd. And that's mediocre, right? If you want to be in the 1% of business owners, you want to scale and build $1 million company and be profitable and be successful, you're not going to be a part of the 99%. Right? They're doing everything the same. they all blend in, and now it's just at a certain point they're commodities because someone can price shop and say, oh, you all do the same exact thing over here, let me just work with the cheapest person. But if you market a different way, you're going to reach clientele that their needs aren't being met. They're not being marketed to the way they want to be marketed to and reached. And so if you reach them, now you're one of one. If they want to work with you, this is what it's going to cost. Here's the terms of it. And now you have more leverage. You have the demand for your services and your time. Whereas over here, you're just doing everything that everybody else is doing. And at that point, it's just price shopping, right? And so think about your business. Think about what all your competition is doing to market, to reach customers, or to even service their customers. Think of that. I'm sure there's going to be some benefits and things that they're doing that can help your business if you study it, but study them. Think, okay, what's the opposite of that? Let me just do that and let me master that. Let me become amazing at that. And I promise you, you're going to be successful with it because there's clientele, there's customers that they're sitting waiting like, hey, I have the check. Like I want to work with someone, but they're not reaching me. I'm not on social media maybe. So maybe you reach them with direct mail or cold email. You set up a referral program. And so think about marketing especially, but marketing, sales, operations. What is your competition doing? Study them and do the opposite. And again, just based off that alone, you're going to stand out. You're going to be more close and closer to the 1% rather than a big part of this 99% that just blend in with each other. So number 2, think differently and do the opposite of what your competition is doing. So the final concept is that in business, there is no end game. There's no destination, right? I think a lot of people, they, watch the rom-com, they watch the movie and the guy sells his company or he gets that client and then, he has $1 million and then him and his, wife, they go off into the sunset and it's like, that's not really the point. It's like you don't want to start a business, make money, and then just quit because it's like, okay, you start a business, you grow it, you hit a certain milestone, whether it's buying a house or having this much in the bank or whatever your specific outcome is. And it's like, okay, that is now a part of your journey, right? It's a never-ending journey where winning in business is about staying in the game as long as possible, helping as many people as you can, and again, having a great time, right? You're in business because it's a game. Yes, you want to make money, but you also want to help people and you want to enjoy what you're doing every day and you want to grow and evolve. But if you have a pile of money that you earn and that's it, you might look back in 10 years and be kind of bored, but now you've lost your momentum. You thought there was an end game and it's like this roller coaster, it rides forever, it never stops. And that's something that took me time to figure out because you think, okay, if I'm broke, once I make $1 million, I'm going to be just chilling. I'll be on a beach somewhere. But once you start making that money, once you start seeing the success and help people, you're like, I don't want to stop here. If I can make this much, I can probably make this much. And once I make that, I'll have a new goal and hit another target. So in business, don't think of it as an end game or once I hit this or once I do this, I'm done, I'm going to retire. It's like, look at someone like a Tom Brady or like a Michael Jordan. They love their game so much. It's their life. They keep playing almost till it's a little bit too late, like boxers and MMA fighters, UFC. They fight until at a certain point it's like they just keep getting knocked out and they kept fighting too long because they loved it so much and they just wanted to keep going. It's not like, okay, I won a Super Bowl, now it's time to quit and retire and be an analyst. It's like, no, I won 1. What if I can win 2? I can win 3, I can win 4. In your business, maybe it's a financial goal or I want to reach 1 million people on YouTube or I want to get this many views or help this many clients or, I have a client I work with, they help people pay off their mortgages faster. I think they've helped $100 million in mortgages get paid off through their program. I'm sure they want to now help $1 billion of mortgage debt get paid off. And so in your business and your goal setting, don't think of anything as an end game or once I hit this, it's over. Think about it as, yes, that can be a great milestone, but then once I hit that, what's next, right? What can I do to grow after that? There's so many people that, they retire and they go to the country club all day or they go to the beach and after a few months or even a year or two, they're deadly bored. And that's where if you retire, you expire, right? Especially if you love what you're doing. And so make sure that, you don't have a goal of, I want to be 25 and retired and live on the beach. It's like, what are you going to do for the next 75 years? It's like, hit your goal, grow, continue to evolve and change. And so these are the 3 concepts that, again, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. I'm just sharing my experience, but this made business and just my day-to-day a lot, not just easier, but I was able to make more money faster, smoother, more efficiently. That's not a bad thing, right? Business, no matter what you're doing, no matter who you see and you think, their business must be so easy. There's challenges, there's obstacles. So at a certain point, if you have financial goals, if you want to help people, think of taking these concepts, weaving them into your business and how you conduct things on a day-to-day basis. And I promise you at least one of them, if not all of them, but at least one of them are going to help you in your business and just help you grow more efficiently, scale better. Again, there's nothing wrong with taking a game that's as difficult as business and making it a little bit easier and a little bit smoother. And hopefully you watch this video, you take something from it, and hopefully it helps you do just that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Have a great day.